Namaste and welcome to the BAPS Akshardham Spotlight. I'm your host, Kush Patel, and today we commence our weekly feature dedicated to the Festival of Inspirations, organized during the Akshardham Mahotsav here at the BAPS Swaminarayan Akshardham in Robbinsville, New Jersey. In today's Spotlight, we'll be highlighting what's happening at Akshardham, from program highlights to intimate volunteer stories, to fun kids news to inspirational moments, and much more. So let's get started with this week's Spotlight. In our first segment, we'll go in depth and explore another part of the dynamic Akshardham campus. Our journey today takes us to the BAPS Shri Swaminarayan Mandir in Robbinsville, a beacon of spirituality and peace.
In the heart of New Jersey's bustling city stands Swaminarayan Akshardham, a sanctuary of peace and spirituality, a landmark of Hindu architecture and culture. Join us as we explore this spiritual oasis. The Mandir, built by the BAPS Swaminarayan Sanstha and consecrated by Pramukh Swami Maharaj, opened on August 10, 2014. Today, it thrives under the spiritual guidance of His Holiness Mahant Swami Maharaj. Meticulously constructed of hand-carved Italian Carrara marble, Indian pink stone, and limestone, it's a sight to behold. These stones are more than just mere decorations. They echo the guidelines of ancient Vedic scriptures, transforming this place into a learning center for understanding Hindu philosophy. The Mandir houses murtis, or sacred images of deities, each sanctified and venerated in the spirit of Hindu tradition. These murtis, including Bhagwan Shri Swaminarayan and Gunatitanand Swami, Bhagwan Shri Krishna and Radha Ji, Bhagwan Shri Shiv and Parvati Ji, Bhagwan Shri Ram and Sita Ji, Hanuman Ji, Ganpati Ji, and a lineage of BAPS spiritual successors are housed within individual shrines, inviting visitors into a space of divinity and tranquility. These murtis are not just representations. Once consecrated, they are considered embodiments of the divine. And so, the Swamis and devotees offer worship and sing hymns, adorning them with garments and food offerings that change with the time of day and season. Each food offering becomes sanctified prasadam, distributed to devotees in a communion of divine blessing. 5 times a day, the ritual of Aarti illuminates the Mandir. It is a celebration of faith and unity, as the glory of God is sung while a lighted wick dances in the air before the divine murtis. Imagine the meticulous effort required to transform 68,000 cubic feet of marble into intricate works of art. The foundation of this magnificent mandir was envisioned by Pramukh Swami Maharaj back in 1997, and construction began in 2010. Stones were shipped to Rajasthan, India, where they were transformed into intricate works of art by skilled artisans, subsequently assembled, numbered, and shipped back to Robbinsville to be pieced together in a grand design of the mandir. An estimated 4.7 million human hours went into creating this mandir. Volunteers contributed in countless ways, creating an unforgettable atmosphere of unity and joy. Their contributions ranged from design and engineering to stone shipping, site preparation, marble cleaning, meal preparation, medical services, and more. The official opening was a grand event, marked by the consecration by Pramukh Swami Maharaj, dignitaries, and thousands of well-wishers from across the world, a day that continues to resonate in the hearts of those who were there. Today, the Robbinsville Mandir continues to illuminate the spiritual path for all who visit. As you walk through the halls, you're not just witnessing art, architecture, and culture. You're experiencing centuries of tradition and belief. We invite you to join us in exploring the beautiful facets of this pinnacle of Hindu architecture and culture. To experience this spiritual oasis for yourself, plan your visit today. Discover a world where faith, art, and culture converge. Thank you for joining us on this enlightening journey through the BAPS Shri Swaminarayan Mandir on the Akshardham campus in Robbinsville, New Jersey.
The Robbinsville Mandir is truly its own landmark, of art and architecture. It is one of my personal favorite places on the Akshardham campus. Next, we'll venture into the vibrant world of the Festival of Inspirations programs. From engaging performances to inspirational speeches to introspective skits, each event is a celebration of life and creativity. Come explore this week's highlights and immerse yourself in a blend of tradition and inspiration.
Everything in our life, the successes and the challenges, are given to us by a greater good. For us, that's Maharaj and Swami. So whether you're struggling to figure out your career, whether you're having challenges with infertility, whether you're trying to mend your marriage, you are only given what you can handle.
We should help each other out and go out of our way to help our family members. I know when I'm traveling for work, mom actually wakes up early to make cha for me or make bataka poa or bakri so that I have something to eat, and really just shows that care and love for me. And I see that she really goes out of her way and makes me also want to go out of my way for her.
In a rapidly changing world, amidst all of its demands and distractions, one thing remains constant and crucial: the values we instill in our families. Welcome to a journey that transcends bricks and mortar, that will transform a mere house into a loving home. At the heart of this transformation lies the cornerstone of good parenting. But what is at the heart of good parenting? Is parenting about the perfect image or reputation? Or is it about fostering a secure and nurturing environment? Ideal parenting is a delicate balance of guidance and freedom. It is about setting boundaries while encouraging individuality. It is everyday moments in which we instill the values that will shape our children's character. The dinner table, a microcosm of our shared values, is where connections are deepened. Beyond providing for material needs, parents serve as emotional anchors where they listen and understand. From house to home, the transformation is complete when love is not just spoken, but experienced. This is the legacy we will pass on, shaping generations to come. Family values, the foundation upon which a house becomes a cherished home. Because in the end, it is not about the walls, but the memories and values within them. Family values, from house to home.
So we find that values play a very important role. The Ramayana, it provides us with a great value system. Family values, individual values, societal values. If we try to read and contemplate upon what the Ramayana teaches us and what our holy Shastras, they try to convey to us, I'm sure our life would be a much better life. That is why in a book called The Modern Romans, it has been said, the home is the foundation of any society. It is in the home that children learn respect, they learn tolerance, they learn values, in order to sustain themselves and their lives for the future. So values play a very, very important role. Pramukh Swami Maharaj and Mohan Swami Maharaj, they often said, a family that eats together, plays together, and prays together stays together. It is through a very, very informal situation, in a very, very casual manner, the eating table, that is when bonding and binding takes place between the parent and children and their parents. It's very important that as parents we should also talk to our children about our roots, about your native village, about your parents, your grandparents. Because family history, family values also anchors our children to our culture, to our values. By values, what do I mean? Satya, Daya, Ahimsa, Brahmacharya, Asteya, Aparigraha, the core foundational Hindu values that we find through years and years that they have been passed on from parent to parent, from gurus to their disciples. So it's very important that we should try to nurture values in our children.
Swaminarayan Akshardham, Swaminarayan Akshardham. संकल्प करता ने अभिवंदन, प्रमुख स्वामी महाराज ने वंदन.
Focus on making a better world for our children when what they should be doing is making better children for our world. This quote talks about something really at the essence of our life, which is about values, the need of values in our life.
પછી માતા પિતાએ બાળકને પ્રેમ આપવો. એ જો પહેલી કલમ બરાબર ના હોય, સરખામણી ઉતરે તો તમે પ્રેમ આપી જ ન શકો. એ નિર્વિવાદ વાત છે. કારણ કે એની તમારી દૃષ્ટિ જુદી રહેશે કે આવું કેમ નથી થતો, કેમ આગળ આવતો નથી, કેમ બહુ રમે છે, આમ કે એ બધા પ્રશ્નો આવે. પણ એને માતા અને આપે એને જો ઘર સભામાં કે કોઈ પણ સભામાં એને ઉછેરવાનું છે, તોડી ફોડી નાખવાનું નથી. છોડ હોય હવે ઉછેરે પણ તમે મચેડી નાખો તો કાયમ માટે જતું. એટલે બાળકને તમારે પણ સમજવું પડે કે તમે તમારા મા બાપે તમને કેવો પ્રેમ આપ્યો છે અને ઉછેરે એ ધ્યાનમાં લાવો. ઉતાવળ ના કરવી. ઉતાવળ આ બધું બગાડે, બાળકનું જીવન બગાડે. એવું બધું થઈ જાય.
Whether you are near or far, you have taught us that we can turn to our smoothies to stay connected to you.
Swami
heals, it brings comfort, but above all, it never goes unheard. In any and every circumstance, my gurus have shown me the power of pratna as a means of connection. Swami Shri's inclination towards doing pratna for others, for us, for me, deepened the role that pratna played in my life during the highs and the lows.
Our love towards other people is based on conditions. You and I, we have experienced probably on many occasions that when someone does something against us, if someone breaks our trust, or if someone simply says something about us, that same love that we had towards someone may change or if not diminish. Well, there are three primary reasons how the Satpurusha's love stays selflessly towards one and all. The one reason why he can love all of us, because he sees Bhagwan in each and every individual. When he sees us, he doesn't see us as just a simple person or a high schooler or someone in college. He sees कि खरेखर आ एक व्यक्ति में भगवान ज रहेला छे. The second reason why he has that love towards us is because of the compassion and care that he has for all of us. And the third reason is that he simply just does not think of himself.
Same sukh you felt in our presence today can always be experienced if you do prapti no vichar. This vichar is something that you must continue throughout your entire life. Nitya Akhandanand Gun Gaya. Please take 5 minutes every day to think about this prapti. Every single concept requires deep thought. To understand this prapti, only Vishwas will work. Our intelligence, logic and experience all fall short when trying to understand Maharaj and Swami. We are someone you can trust. We will never leave you hanging. We do not want anything from you. We only want the best for you. So keep firm faith in the words of Bhagwan and the Satpurush. Accept the following words as the ultimate truth. Sriji Maharaj is Sarvopari Bhagwan, Gunarajan Swami is Akshardham, the Pragat Satpurush is the gateway to moksha. Maharaj and Swami are forever present through the Satpurush. He will never leave this world. He will never leave you. through him, you will always be connected to Bhagwan.
None of what you would have seen is possible without the efforts of our selfless volunteers. In our upcoming segment, Voices of the Volunteers, we spotlight these committed individuals. Let's honor their commitment and take a glimpse into the world of our volunteers.
3, 2, 1, go. Whoever's doing the dandiya, who's doing the dandiya? Raise your hand.
This is dandiyas and
Yeah, so everybody on the execution team is working on getting set up with comms. So this way, it allows all of us to be able to communicate together and actually communicate with our head queue caller, who's going to be sitting in this trailer. He's going to be giving us timings on different things like videos of the different performances, when and where everybody's going to be sitting, and when everybody's getting on stage. So super important for all of us to be on the same page, especially with this many participants. So we have about 45 minutes actually before we start the program. So right now we're gathered here for Kishore Din. So Kishore Din is meant to celebrate all of the youth that are here at the BAPS Mandir. And right now there's a lot going on, as you can hear and see, but we have a couple of different things going on. So we have the Sangeet team practicing over here to my right, and they're working on being able to test the mics, make sure that they're ready to go. On top of that, backstage, you can't see it now, but we're trying to gather over 200 participants for this program. Participants that are going to be acting, that are going to be performing different actions in front of Swami Bappa, and that are going to be able to build memories and smrtis that are going to last them for a lifetime. So I've been working on programs in general through probably over the past 5 or 6 years, and not in any capacity with work, so nothing related to my full-time job or my career. But thankfully, through this seva that I've been given, I've been able to have the experience of working on programs, creating content, working on being able to produce different types of materials, whether it be videos or scripts or things like that. But as far as executing a program, that's something that's been new with this Mahotsav. So I've been able to step out of my comfort zone and work on being able to try to execute a program of this capacity or of this caliber for the first time. Yeah, so on a scale of 1 to 10, as far as the difficulty of this program, probably give it a little bit towards a 7. So some of the different programs that we've had, we've been able to have a little bit more structure and idea of how we want to flow through, and a little less participation. But the beauty of this program, the reason that it's a 7, and the thing that's most exciting about the fact that it's a 7, is that we're able to give so many different Kishores the opportunity to experience Swami Shri's divinity and Swami Shri's blessings through this program. Actually, with any program that we work on or execute here at the Mahotsav or the Festival of Inspirations, there's a few different teams that actually hand off the program step by step. So this program itself has probably been in the works for over a month and a half now. But as far as the execution team, we've been working on this program over the past week and a half. So the way that it works is that there's a content team working on being able to brainstorm the theme, the vision behind the program, and then they continue to build off of that and work towards scripting, towards actual moments or interactions that they want to create in the program.
How long does it last is pretty variable. So for example, today's rehearsal, honestly, we started at 1 p.m. Probably will end at some point at 1 or 2 a.m., depending on how we feel with the program. Usually most rehearsals we're going from a 4 or 5 hour span and being able to turn that program around the next day pretty quickly to get to a ready product. Okay, perfect. Biggest takeaways are being able to communicate effectively with so many different teams. To get a production like this to be executable, it takes so much more than just one person or even just a group of people getting together. It takes a bunch of different teams to be able to be on the same page. So we've worked with different teams such as the audiovisual department, worked with the stage department, like I said, the Sabha Vyavastha team, which is basically allowing attendees to understand where they're going to be sitting, making sure that we have proper arrangements for the Kishores during that time. And then on top of that, working with all the rest of the team to be able to work on the interactions that we have set up with our Guru Mansa Maharaj. So all of that together, in a matter of a week, we have to get everybody together, get everybody to be on the same page. and then be able to execute this program that's going to be happening tomorrow. So each program is its own sprint, but on top of that, without losing sight of the overall picture of the other programs that we have to get done, we continue to move forward with the rest of them as well. Yeah, I think one of the beauties, but also the logistical troubles that we're going to be facing tomorrow is that we're able to involve so many Kishores in tomorrow's program. So there's going to be over 150 Kishores that have the opportunity to be able to perform or at least be involved in some way in this program. While that's super exciting and while that gives a lot of Kishores the opportunity to be here, it also ends up being a logistical challenge in the sense of trying to get all 150 guys at the separate times, being able to make sure that they're in the right spots, being able to make sure that they get on and off correctly, things like that.
So we're at about 5 minutes left until the program starts. It's 5:09, about to be 5:10. So at this stage, you can see that the stage is about clearing out. It's just the final touches now. So we're going to be working on making sure that the different things are turned on, whether it be the mics and the instruments are up on stage, and the participants that are going to be coming up are ready to go. Check the other side as well in case there's anything missing there. I don't think they have extras on that side. So just check the whole stage. Denise, tabla need to go up? Tabla? Go.
So these guys, we need to make sure to come up on our side. So let's go up to the ramp and signal them this way.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Now, let's shift gears and embrace the enthusiasm of our junior host in this week's Kids BAPS Newscast. These young explorers guide us through their unique perspective, weaving a narrative filled with curiosity and joy. So let's now hear from our junior correspondents and have them take the lead. Over to you, young friends.
Hi, I'm Vid from the BAPS Kids Newscast, and today we're in the Akshardham gift shop. Today I'm going to show you around. I want a hoodie. Look at all of these colors. Excuse me?
Yeah?
I need help finding a hoodie.
Oh, do you know which one you want?
No.
So this is my favorite hoodie. I don't know if you like this. It's really nice. It even has something on the back.
I like it, but do you have a different color?
Yeah, we have it in black.
Oh, I like.
We also have it in blue.
It's a hard choice. Bucket ones. Oh, I already have this color, so I'll try this one. I'll ask someone how it looks. How does this look? The color I would like is this one. Look at this. This is so cool. Is there any like toys or something?
There are. I can show you them if you want to see them.
Yes.
Yeah, for like the lion, like Lindio.
Oh, yes.
You like this one? Or the elephant?
Yeah.
You want both?
Yes.
You can have both. You want more? Here,
no.
Take more. No, it's okay. You can take more. Yeah. All of them. They're all for you.
Okay. Do you have a jumbo lingo? Because mine are ripped.
Which one do you want? What size are you?
I am 10.
10? We have a 10 right here. How did you rip your jumbo lingo?
I don't know.
Playing too much basketball?
Yeah. See if this is the same size. Nope. So I think oh, okay, this size. It's so hot, I need water. Do you guys have water?
Here you go.
Thank you. Scanned that? Okay, bye. You too. Thank you for watching the BAPS Kids Newscast. Bye.
That was fun, seeing the world through the eyes of our young participants. In our upcoming segment, Voices of the Attendee, we bring to the forefront the experiences and stories from the attendees. Each voice is a testament to the impact and resonance of BAPS Akshardham's cultural offerings. Let's dive in and listen to these compelling narratives.
Wise man has told me that you can build a building, but without prayers, it doesn't have the life. You can become whatever you want to become, but without the spirituality, it's empty. It's empty from inside. And in my mind, this is a true representation of how Sanatana Dharma can be carved out of the stone by showing different images, different murtis, different cultures, India's vast variety of cultures. So the way it is being presented in this temple, it shows India, it shows Sanatana Dharma, and more importantly, it shows humanity.
The spirit, the eagerness to learn, the eagerness to do something, give back to the community, the feeling of how they continued and nurture their culture, the heritage.
Having Akshardham in Robbinsville, New Jersey, I think it's one of the largest and most beautiful in terms of the sculptures and all the handwork that was done here in the middle of the New Jersey, which is a home to large Indian population. But there is, in this day and age, there is so much of hatred and distrust that is going on, and we have a place where we can bring people together to show that we are no different than they are. And as Pramukh Swami Maharaj, has shown that whether you are a Christian, you are a Muslim, it doesn't matter. We are all one thing that binds us is the human spirit.
When John F. Kennedy visited NASA, he ran into a man with a broom. And he asked the man with the broom, "What do you do here?" And he said, "Mr. President, I'm helping put a man on the moon." That's called purpose. And that's what I have witnessed here today. Every single person that I ran into, every volunteer, from the person that picked me up from the airport, to the person that served us food, to the construction workers that we saw today, to the guides, and on and on and on. There was purpose, an absolute united purpose of developing this incredible temple in Akshardham that is going to be one of the best, or the best, in the entire world.
This is unexpected to be here in the middle of New Jersey, number one. But then when we heard the story that all the stones have been designed on a computer, have been shipped pretty much, and then fall into place here like a huge jigsaw puzzle built by volunteers, that is something that we've never heard of. We are from the construction industry, so this is definitely not our experience. And when we look at working with volunteers and building one of our tents, this is typically more a headache than everything else. So what we see here, absolutely unbelievable.
Seva, service. In this current world, and somebody does something for you, 5 minutes later there's an anticipation of getting something back. There are so many people, hundreds of volunteers, hundreds of people like you who are here every single day without any expectations of return. That's powerful. That's what is going to take this temple, this organization, forward in the future.
As a CEO, as a leader, I saw so much today in servant leadership. Like you mentioned, there are surgeons here, there are CEOs of companies here, there are so many business people, there are so many people that that have so many responsibilities out there, and they have dedicated their time.
This visit has created a lot of warmth. So coming here, visiting, and more importantly, getting the blessings from Mahaswami, that is becoming true. This journey, this life lesson will always be with me in every aspect of my life.
Today I got to attend a Kishore Din where we learned so many things, and there was a lot of things that touched to my heart because it was very personal to me.
I got to hear stories about Kishoris just like me. I got to hear about stories of students just like me, and it really helped me see that I'm not alone in my faith, and I thought that was a really cool experience. We all kind of bonded over our shared experiences during the stage program, and I just thought that was very touching, and I'll remember that for a long time.
The story that they were telling was really touching, and it was my story.
I was able to learn more about how to be able to have more faith in our Satgurush, and I got to hear some personal stories from many of the people that had personal accounts with Pramukh Swami Maharaj and Mahant Swami Maharaj.
From today's program, I learned that my Guru Mahant Swami Maharaj is always with me.
I learned a lot about do your best, leave the rest. And I also learned that Mahant Swami Maharaj is always there for you no matter what, and his decisions are always going to be the best.
So I think it's important to have faith in my Guru Mahant Swami Maharaj because growing up in a country where it's harder to maintain your spiritual ideals and your morality, I feel like having a connection with my Guru would help me maintain some of these values that I would otherwise not be able to have.
It's hard being a Hindu in my day-to-day life, and when I see that I'm not alone and there's others just like me, it helps for me to find pride in my religion and my culture.
Some things that I'm able to apply to my life is to work hard and do your best no matter what. Be really good in your studies, try your best at everything, and don't worry about the outcome because the outcome is always to Mahant Swami Maharaj and Bhagwan.
So I'm an upcoming senior, so maybe in the future or in the next upcoming semester, I'll be able to use what I learned from Kishore Din into my own school and into my own life experiences.
Our next segment, BAPS in the Community, uncovers the impactful work in the community being undertaken by BAPS and its devoted volunteers. A major community service event launched during the Festival of Inspiration is the BAPS Charities Blood Drive, where a goal of collecting 6,000 pints of blood to help save 18,000 lives has been started. This week, we will get an update on the blood drive. Stay with us as we continue to spotlight BAPS in the community.
My name is Anil Patel, 66 years old. So when I was in college in second year, that's when I started donation. We went to wherever our dining hall was there, and that's where they were collecting. And I wasn't scared, but it helped me when all my friends were there. When I started working in Atlanta in 1994, my work started collecting blood, and they used to give us incentive, some kind of incentive, maybe free t-shirt or something, and that's what it started. Then also I saw Mandir doing it, and in a correct time frame, I got to do it at Mandir. And then I learned that each and every donation I do, it saves life for 3 people. So that's what it inspired me to donate regularly, and I do generally 4 times a year, every year. Plus, when I did, I also found out that my blood group was CV negative, which helps newborn babies, and they call me Heroes for Babies. So I have a pins from 1 gallon to 10 gallon, but right now I have 8, 9, and 10 gallon pins. So every 8 times you donate, you get 1 gallon pin. So far I have donated 82 times. So I have a 10 gallon pin here. Doing this donation and also doing some volunteer work at Temple, I got 2 presidential awards, one by Donald Trump in 2018, and this year, 2023, I got another gold award from President Biden. I don't get any obstacle. Generally, when I have to donate blood, I do drink enough water, and I make sure that my hemoglobin is around 14 to donate my blood. So basically, all these years, I have never been rejected, I do prepare myself. If you drink enough water, your blood comes out fast, and you don't get rejected or anything, It's, as I said, BAPS and Mahant Swami Maharaj's blessing, I can do this thing as long as I'm okay, or
they take it, So I tell everybody, make sure donate blood regularly. Before you come here, drink enough water, and make sure if you are anemic, eat vitamins or something and donate blood, And you feel really good. There is nothing wrong with it. BAPS is doing excellent job collecting this blood.
As we approach the finale of this week's BAPS Akshardham Spotlight, let's focus our minds, silence the external world, and delve inward as we transition into this week's motivational moment, delivered by Pujya Shukmuni Swami.
A question we Swamis are often asked by people is that how can we make our relationships better, stronger, and a bit more meaningful with all the people that we interact with in our lives? They could be our family, they could be our friends, could be colleagues, and whoever comes across in our life and we interact with them often. His Holiness Pramukh Swami Maharaj, he once shared a timeless teaching to a gathering of devotees in India. This was back in the 1980s. The first point that he shared was learning to let go. Now, this means that we should try to stop holding on to things, or even holding on to people that bother us, or even ideas and thoughts that we feel may be right, but they can cause disagreements or even discord. Just like a tree, it drops its old leaves to make room for the new ones. And in the same way, if we let go of the old grudges and the problems that we hold on to and start afresh, our lives can become much, much more better. We can understand and care for each other even more better. The next point he shared was learning to tolerate. Now, learning to tolerate is about accepting people even when they're a bit different from us, from our thinking, our behavior, or they may be causing us humiliation or pain in any way. Now imagine a beautiful painting made up of different colors. That's how our relationships can be beautiful, only when we truly accept and respect each other's differences. The third point His Holiness shared was learning to go above and beyond for others. Now this is about being genuinely kind and helpful. It's not easy, it's hard. But if we really want to establish good relationships, then we must try to do good for others. Try and help them without expecting anything in return, being very selfless. In this way, our relationships, they become more caring, and it's just like a bulb that it brightens up the room. This relationship can be brighter. The last point that His Holiness Pramukh Swami Maharaj shared was learning to adjust to others. This is about being flexible, being more understanding. And sometimes we have to change our ways. Even a little will go a long way in establishing a very good, sound relationship. Just like a river, it can move very, very swiftly, smoothly, and with ease around the objects they are together. In essence, spirituality, it enriches our lives by teaching us to let go of negative feelings, accepting others as they are, being kind without expecting anything in return, and being very flexible to get along better with others. These teachings that were taught by Pramukh Swami Maharaj are being furthered today by Mahant Swami Maharaj, and it's the making of such mandirs like the BAPS Swaminarayan Akshardham, which is coming up here in Robbinsville, New Jersey, that allow us to make our relationships with everyone around us, those who we connect with, even better, much, much more happier, much, much more stronger, and much, much more positive.
And with that, we reach the end of our inspirational journey for this week. It's my hope that the wisdom imparted, the narratives explored, and the voices heard will help inspire you for this week and for years to come. We look forward to welcoming you back to the BAPS Akshardham Spotlight. Namaste and Jai Swaminarayan.